Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Our way toward our fates. Unleashed. A pity I cannot say the same for Isabel. She may have been Ketheric's daughter, but she was my world entirely.
Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place. Ketheric's Netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
out new horrors waiting for us.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates.
Remarkable. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three. Bane, Baal, and they are known to pick from their most devout followers, a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
thinking on all that we learned below. If you've caught your breath, we ought to discuss our next steps.
I'm exhausted.
There are
Gonna find somewhere to camp
matters
soon.
to discuss. The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls? Where matters of balance, I shall ask yet again. Do Illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flesh. Yet a flock, until such time, be availed of my services. No. Yes, once judged, the alliance is reforged, mortal.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her Harper's too. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but it seek on its streets those whose purpose are together. We will put an...
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces. Ketheric may be gone, but the shadows remain. On our guard. The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
The psionic detector is sounding. Blackhead's warriors are upon us.
Where Wargaz failed to kill you, I won't make the same mistake.
Can you feel death's cold grip? Sounds like fun. my feet. Time for some bloody work. Need to find a way forward.
I will ascend. My path be true.
With haste.
Time to kill.
My path be true.
Time to push my luck again. Time to press ahead. So much for peace.
Try me.
Ad Maiora Dei Gloria.
You've made a grave mistake.
I've missed this.
No choice but to keep going. What do I have to lose? On my way.
This way.
Time to strike. Taking a look.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
It is that they were dead.
shadow curse still taints the land. Perhaps we could have lifted it, had we tried.
Never a dull moment.
Looks like an army marched through here.
Ketheric is defeated, the path ahead clear. You should be elated. But the sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate your sorrow.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wyrn's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, But tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily. His tail... The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the Chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the Chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? Right now, your resolve feels firm, but there is no knowing how you will feel when the moment. You will not have long to wait, but sleep is not.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Let's get this over with.
Swift and lethal. Make way!
That orb's going to blow, and soon.
Friend of Gake, you are cleansed.
It's not over. Come to the skull. not over. Come to the skull.
Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. The Honor Guard. Eliminate them. Destroy the Guard. I will subdue together. Destroy the Honor Guard.
Don't waste a step.
For Orpheus! Attacker! My injuries need tending.
right on my feet.
I must regain control of the Githyanki Prince.
Blood follows me everywhere. Well, so much for peace.
Under pressure.
Go for the throat. Make it hurt.
Subdue the Githyanki. Quickly.
Stay on my feet.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
I suppose it was considerate of you not to bring it up before. And I ask that you do not judge me for it now. It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Rather them than potential future allies, like you. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible! He was slain by Jastil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible one. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense.
Even though he is
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that. When I realized that returning to any advantage as an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better... I've been stuck. You have seen what... If you let me, I can evolve you. You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
Whatever.
You continue to surprise. Your mind is... Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are... When you're ally... But we mustn't lose focus. You heard the... We must not let...
Looking ahead. I'll need to rest soon.
Orpheus. Gith's only... It is not the Gaith visitor that... It is Orpheus. The blood of the mother. The prince of the Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Ghaist slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. But it was the first. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. Orpheus is not just a Githyanki. He is Mother Gith's blood. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Ghaist slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided? I can feel them. The Elder Brain could be the harbinger, the end time of this. Very well. Yisk Githkar Tafki Crashet. What about him? The so and glow. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. The Orpheus, why destroy a weapon like that? A weapon. The mean better to risk the rise of Illithids than let Orpheus trapped. They see. I regret their deaths. But I pledge to live. I'm listening.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Action, not reaction.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was, she was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Oh, wow, thank you. Mum loved food like this. Simple is best, she always said. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
You've been saying that for days. My feet hurt.
Nothing to do. You're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that. Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
Turn back, citizen. No passage. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead. The cult, they nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. You'll see for...
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
What in the hells was that?
It felt like a bloody earthquake.
Coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's arse about honest citizens. Waldarians, stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. You're a true Baldarian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city. Another bleeding heart. Piss off. Refugees can't stay here in Riverwood.
Attention. Donations desperately needed for refugees. Every copper helps.
Donations? Food, sundries, gold. These poor refugee sods need all the help they can get. Very giving of you. Now go away.
If you want to chat, talk to Nesta.
What will we wear while we're washing them? We only got away with what we have on.
These clothes make...
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy. Isn't he just?
Oh, yes. As long as the dog is okay, he's happy.
With fun. What are we gonna do in the city?
They just lined up and taking their fair shares. We've had plenty for everyone.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals. Look at that!
Something over there.
Rush into the again. Another defeat will wipe us out.
Stronger than ever.
As long as we stand together, we can never...
Rechte Hathran Rust. Frey Valdisk Durovna. Frey Valdiska Blast.
You've clearly walked into some kind of ceremony, but it's nothing that you recognize. You do recognize the language, however. These people are in the Hag Swamp.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra. So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future. When we sent Gandrel after you, we wanted to interrogate you, to discover how to save our children, and then destroy you. But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
One is just as important. We have tried, but if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Cazador like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead. I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself. He could keep prisoners for days before killing them. If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
I suppose. Yes. Yes. Revenge, I can do.
Thank you. From you, I've lived a life of violence and... But it will be a start. Please go. Time... Our judgment and
Cannot rush into their doors again. Another defeat will wipe us out. Should we fortify the camp? Wait for the vampires to strike here.
And let them marshal all their strength against us. Cazador's nest of serpents must be returned. Nothing less.
Quite a spot.
Another quake. What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? If you
Ever wanted to meet the most cowardly dragonborn in the realms?
I'm not scared of the authorities. But it would be stupid to pick a fight with the fists, right?
No more than a pack of goblins.
I packed bags for myself and the kids. Ready by the door. You should do the same.
This whole situation.
I secured a most excellent supply of potions from the Velveteen Elixir.
Soon the boss will land on us. They'll come for us. Let's go. How many red caps are in?
Enough to cleaning, cooking, construction. The possibilities are endless. What do you get out of this?
The place was empty.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, if you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll...
Not if they're trying to help themselves, Arthur. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the... I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. Fine, fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they...
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it...
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from...
Just a little something. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. Well, boys...
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
Back again. If you don't have anything to donate, you can... Thank you. I'm sure your contribution will be greatly appreciated.
What are we gonna do in the city?
Pretty sure they'll need neighbors to shore up walls for them. What?
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Ain't no picture. But you'll be in a big, cozy soon. Stop walking right now.
What are you calling this business?
Should have killed the little monsters.
Let's go. Stupid enough.
The Absolute Army. Not a chance.
What's the harm
We're after a job. Neverwinter is on the look.
Really? Body is my favorite!
People will
You want
help.
to let those thugs get away with this?
Tonks works for the guild.
Mummy?
They can get away with whatever they like.
If you won't help us, at least let the children in.
The crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered. I don't want...
Who would know? We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no... We have... Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out? Exactly. Lorgan let a killer into our temple due to his misguided...
Bill, I beg you, be... Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid. Thank you, stranger.
Does Ilmater's...
Enough, Bill. You seem a...
Nothing more against Father Lorcan.
I teach you how to pray, so don't teach me how to investigate.
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, you could certainly say 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target. Feel free to look around the temple, but fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence. Sharetta's caress would be my best bet. Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really. I really hope you find some...
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day. You'd interrupt me for something like that? Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dead high priest to see to. Slowly. One of the refugees killed him. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. We give them everything.
Tempers are rising.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave. I know it's not fair. This was the best job I ever had. Lorgan was kinder than... And now they're blaming a refugee for his death. Typical. We tossed Brilgor out back. Sister Rose has Lorgan in the infirmary. You could pop your head in and... Look, place is trapped.
Here lies Satida Atana, born 1411 DR, died 1485 DR, born 1399 DR, died here lies 1486 DR, date of birth here unknown, lies Flintster died 1491 1400 DR, here lies Roloric Wimbane, born 1399 DR, died 1486 DR. Belfry. Bell ringers only past this point.
I've nothing against Father Lorcan. He'll later rest his soul. We need change.
I'll give them a piece of my mind.
Can I please have some food? Scraps for days.
Citizens only. I won't say it again.
Front-page material.
But we won't clear from arm. There's nowhere else to go. Please.
Orders are orders.
That'll make a great headline.
You've got yours. I need you to...
There must be something.
Aren't you... The name's Lens, reporter with the Boulders Mouth Gazette. Care to do a quick interview? I'm here looking for my next angle. It's all the same. Oppression, famine, death. I need something new. It won't take more than... So, you've arrived at Baldur's Gate. What's brought you here at a time like this? You have? But I thought our soon-to-be Lord Gortash had things in hand. Though, if anyone could help him, it would be you. You've got a knack for finding chinks in the Absolute's armor. My sources tell me you recently vanquished the fearsome General Ketheric Thorm. How did you manage that? I'm a journalist. It's my job to know everything. Unfortunately, the version I heard was light on the details. So what did you do to Ketheric? Formidable? You're just being modest. I heard you swatted him aside like a fly from a corpse. You'll deal with the remaining Absolutists in much the same way, I suppose? The cult's threat is far from extinguished. What's your plan of attack? Perhaps it could inspire some like-minded citizens to help your cause. You must have some strategy in mind. You think chaos courses through your veins? You have no idea.
So, you're the lickspittle who crushed the Bone Lord's throne. I know the truth. You come for our nether stones. Come to prize one from the... when you find the Lordling.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Citizens only. I won't say it again.
But we won't clear from Arm. There's nowhere else to go. Please.
Orders are orders. We've got ours, you've got yours. I need you to step back.
There must be something.
Damned outsiders.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Or do you have the means to support yourself? Oh, sure. Now turn around.
I thought we'd be safe in the gate. I heard the stories.
Well, all you want. We've got enough now.
Stalemate is dead. This does not bode well.
How kind.
Refugees. Outsiders.
Enough, kid. Sir, you need to stay.
Police let the children in. They've had nothing but scraps for days. Did you try that rye bread recipe I gave you?
Really? The cult is on our doorstep, and you want to talk about bread?
Mummy?
Let that be the end of it. Make things worse.
You want to let those thugs?
What did the postmaster say? There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that.
What with all the refugees, ill rumors, the food shortages. Speaking of which,
Now, you see the city up on the hill.
You'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
Anything you want for supper.
Breathe quiet. Move with care. But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have anything you want for supper.
And I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You're coddling these vagabonds and don't give a rat's arse about honest citizens.
What will we wear while we're washing them? We only got away with what we have on.
No, these codes make I put my money on prestige.
The old friendship, not me. I guess we could call our lives a lot. Not leaving them.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? It's a fine city, isn't it? These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous. The way things are going, some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldarians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. I knew you'd feel the same way. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food. Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run.
Oh, still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows. You'll need...
She's toying with me. What does she want?
The city. Can't leave Grunch behind, though.
Oi! What in Helm's most holy name are you doing here, citizen? And I just want to see what...
The hell's you doing in here? A pig? You're looking for a pig? You ought to be careful. You can have a look. Just...
A devious little trap.
Back again, are you? What? Who'd put explosives in toys? Very well. Show me these explosives. You were right. Now give me some room. You try and find whoever is responsible.
I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck.
Any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
Refugees traveling alone, or any stupid enough to leave camp.
The Absolute's army.
Remind them that this is ours.
Not a chance.
What's the harm in one night? I'm not allowed. Think.
You do everything your dad tells. We're gonna see the mummy, the dryad, the Ginny, everything. So don't even think about trying to stop us.
Washing up in Grey Harbour tomorrow.
Bastards. No, it won't help us. At least let the children in. They've had nothing but scraps for days.
Bet you want to know all about Stelmane's murder? Got today's edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette right here. You want one? Excellent. Stelmane's dead! Read all about it! Please, in the name of the crying one, have mercy. Stelmane's murder, still unsolved. City watch under scrutiny.
At least let the children in. They've had nothing but scraps for days.
Stelmane's death. Crime of passion or deeper conspiracy?
We loved Father Logan as you did. We would never hurt him. We had nothing to do with his death. We swear it.
Stelmane's dead. Read all about it.
No refugees. It is decreed. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? Then you don't need...
Damned outs.
See the gauntlet for...
All right, time to skunk about.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Then go.
Unauthorized access to the city is a serious offense. Surrender for sentencing, villain. By the edicts of Lord Gortash, you are...
Deafening silence. Did Wint thee speak? How, Malapert? Must thou stareth so?
The enchantment is clearly the work of an advanced caster. The body may have wasted.
Nay, thy mind hath not betrayed thee. I am as thou perceivest. I call myself Marvin. Thou mayst do the same. Unfortunate, nay, ineluctable, perchance inevitable, to be confined in such immuring quarters. Thou wishest to escape the confines of this prison, doth thou not? Answer me true, and I shall teleport thee to safety. Answer me false, and I shall teleport thee near the guards. Such is mine own will. Once I did occupy this very prison after a night of most bacchanalian debauchery. I possessed the spirit of a gleeker and the art of a wizard. The merriment laid before thee is born of trifling jest, wizardry, and whiskey. Common is just so very common. Very well. To rephrase, I will teleport you, answer them right, and I send you to safety. Then I fly, but not through the sky. I say goodbye at night and hello in the morning. I am part of you and follow wherever you go. I wear only black and run from the light, yet without it, I couldn't exist. Who am I? Very good. Your freedom is... I am beaten and battered, but never break. My crown has felt the strike of endless blades, yet I can never move. I never sweat, even when the summertide sun shines upon me. Who am I? What tragic. I promised your now.
Guard prepares to attack. Fugitives are to be killed on...
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Imperative.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell.
What are you doing? We cannot defeat the brain without that stone.
No refugees. It is decreed. Then go...
Solve 2 riddles for... Then I fly, but not... I wear only black. I never sweat, even when the summertide sun an anvil, it is time to depart. Freedom is yours.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Stone is cold.
These boots have seen everything. Another step forward. One day I'll catch a break.
Lord Gortash has been expecting your arrival. Please hold a moment.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course. Allow me to formally...
Through all that trouble to get inside, and now Gortash invites us to see him.
thou hast returned. To the guards as...
The guard prepares to...
Breathe deep and move. What now? No time to rest.
This vessel is at thy disposal. Art thou certain? A single mortal...
Hell's not this again.
The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's not of its own will.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate...
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs. For the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and together, we...
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
There's an old wisdom, a brittle ally. With Ketheric gone, she only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin, if Orin, I can't let that happen. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine. Furthermore, you'll have enough. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. Together we rule. What do you say?
I can detect no deceit.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Then let it be written. Let me demonstrate your cap. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation.
A shapeshifter? Well, it could be anyone. I mean, it's not me, but it could be anyone else.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped. And now, it's where she hides. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes... First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general. In such circumstances, people crave strong. Your suit. Next, the faithful will do anything in the name of their god. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. Then we proceed. The distinguished dukes.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. And you, honored... Kill Orin and do not return.
Archduke Gortash.
Need something? I've got the tools for any job. Any job. Whatever your work.
Up there, Danthalan's dancing axe. The harp is safe enough to hear him.
To pleasure your fine lady, to feel her fingers grip yours in pure ecstasy. sense some hesitation.
Apples. Butter.
Have you had any bargains?
Oh, honey. They might have something we've forgotten. This caress isn't just about wetting my whistle. There's dancing, dinner, drinks.
You rotted. Need at least stop.
Exactly. How about
Pleasure isn't just
Flophouse?
physical. It has plenty of standards.
Great. We can bond with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers.
You will when you've met the drought.
Be better off than that gentleman.
Nothing fishy but my prices. Get your seafood here.
Oh, honey. Guess we should stock up.
I found so many victims for the Cazador here. They're the kind of people no one would ever want.
Den of decadent delights.
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
The Kithrak. What deal would he make with this devil?
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Lae'zel, Talak Magir. The devil holds the key to freeing the Gith people. Right here, right now. You could seal our fate. Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room, once you're loosed from his claws.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
I gave you back your privacy by shutting that illithid in your pocket out of your mind. It can't hear us. I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away, which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Unless some have already sprouted in places I can't see. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
Speak, devil. We're listening.
I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain. No. Orpheus is the only reason you're still alive. The Emperor is abusing the Gith for its own end, and it's doing the same to you.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Good and truth rarely go hand in hand, but in this case, they are happy bedfellows, and we can be too. I swear to you, I have the solution to your problem. Surely you realize there is an exchange to be made. You scratch my back, I scratch your power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. And you, Lae'zel of Kalir, want to free the Forgotten Prince, do you not?
I want nothing more.
Then it is settled, is it not? A crown for a hammer. A bargain of a lifetime, Lae'zel of Kalir. Power. Ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Karsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity. And Netherils, I was there the day, the screw, and men cannot Karsus's fault. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. You're too kind. With the crown, I would impose perfect order. Hidden, the Archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away. So much power. They brought the crown back into play. Through the aid of a diabolist. They must, but if you don't, it is an...
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, but there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Karsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there?
Skvar! We should do as the devil asks. The Prince of the Comet must rise again.
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hand. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. I won't stop you. But time is... If you see reason, I'll be here.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Of course. I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him? Tell me, you turned him down. Good. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it, it will always come back. I doubt this will be the last time you are. I trust that you will without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You...
The means to loosing the... Why? Not while Raphael's still in Sharess's caress, it isn't. Speak with him. Plead your case. If you won't, well... The devil keeps the Orphic hammer in his lair. If we can find a way in, we can take it. I'll use it to smash the True Heirs' bonds. Yisk Gith. First to Voss, then to Raphael's House of Hope. Just don't expect a lavish spread awaiting us this time.
Sharess's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. It's dancing, dinner,
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just too easy. It's the state.
Voss, friend to the Comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the Devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir. Are my wounds not? Orpheus will be free. There is no cost too high to unshackle my people. No more than Vlaakith will sow in Tunorath and beyond. No more than the Geich will sow across every plain. There is nothing I won't do, nothing I won't give to free Orpheus from the prison. But you find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus. I will assemble his... Together, he will... Istik. I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyank. He might, but he will see reason. A devil of...
The House of Hope.
The House of Hope, you say? Every house has an entrance, Istik. Even those in the Hells. You must find it.
You are wasting your time, and mine.
Give up a kidney for a tour of the Steelwatch Foundry.
Ah, they're harmless. Except if you're a criminal, of course.
Speaks well, that
Some talent. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to you. The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you'll find my old jewels.
survival is all that matters. May the gods take you first.
I'm ready.
No choice but to keep going.
My path be true.
Time to push my luck again.
Let's spill some blood.
Blood comes easy these days.
There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to it is somewhere among the wine racks. On the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
That might be worth a look.
Githyanki. Blackett has found us. Get rid of them, quickly.
The Kithraki have spread word of that artifact that you carry.
Tell me, Lae'zel of Kalir, what reward do you think the Astral Prism will fetch once I pluck it from your corpse and present it to Vlaakith? What honors, what riches will the Stand down! The undying, all that matters is the false air. I will leave nothing behind but meat and shattered bone. Damnable whelp. For 1,000 years I have given my life to Vlaakith. I will deliver to her the Prince of the Comet. She shall exalt me. The Gish will record my great deed in slate. Shema Zala Vlaak!
For the Queen!
Well, hello.
I am fury. I am death. No time to waste.
Yes, here.
No time to waste.
break out if you have to. If it doesn't come, we must find evidence of its whereabouts. What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as the trait of court. We know all. Moster, tell me. What did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? And you would trust an Illithid to do such a thing? You have fallen. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the Astral Prism, purge it of the Illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen.
What are you doing?
My dear child, I already know all there is to know. I will liberate you from your puppet master, Shamar Zala Vlaakith!
Where do I go from here? Never a dull moment.
That nearly